Hello Internet, my name is Hazel from Hazel and Indie Games, and welcome to First Date With, where we get a first impression of a game and decide whether it's worth more time. Today, I'll be getting to know the Knights of Pen and Paper. This is a game by Behold Studios and was released last year for iOS and Android. The PC version was made available on Steam yesterday. So, the first thing that you're going to notice is there are some black bars on the side of the screen. So, like I said, because this game was released first on mobile and then ported to PC recently, it's got some problems. A couple of those problems are mechanical bad port problems, but for the most part it's just conceptually, like ideas that work okay on a mobile device and do not work so well on a computer game. But let's load up a new game and I'll show you what it's all about. So, new game, let's overwrite that file. Wonderful. So the premise of this game is that you are both the dungeon master and the players in a tabletop RPG. So we can click on a chair and create some new players. You have the choice between a number of different characters. Those characters will all have a different bonus and a number of different classes. Those classes will all have different skills. So let's go ahead and make a tank, a healer, and a DPS. We will have for DPS ET the mage. Sounds good. Excellent. We're gonna make a tank. Let's go with Grandma, Paladin. Wonderful. She gets extra threat, so she makes a great tank. And let's go with a third character. So you can have as few as 2 and as many as 5. And you can also add more characters later down the road. You'll want to have as many as you want to have pretty much right up front, otherwise you'll have characters that you've added in later that have not leveled up. So I need a healer. Let's go and find a girl because that's just how life works. And let's go with Flowers. She is going to be a cleric. Cleric healer. Lucky. Let's add her. Alright, so you're going to notice that I already have some coins here. Your coins are universal across your game, so I gained those coins in a different save file and I can use them here. That's just weird. That's just weird. So, everybody ready? Rock on! And yes, E.T. inquires if somebody else is from the future. That line is the same no matter which characters you pick. Extra experience to those who are role-playing. You can set the difficulty by increasing and decreasing the amount of monsters you fight. So this is the whole big gimmick that you're the DM and the players. The effect it kind of has, though, is you feel like you're playing Monopoly by yourself in your room as a kid because your family is too busy to play with you. It's kind of got the same appeal, but it's just broken because you can do everything yourself. You hear the cold whispering of the wind. You can't remember anything that happened before. You're a group of friends locked up in a tower prison for no reason at all, and everyone's calling you assassins. So this game is definitely going to be a little bit more entertaining to you if you've ever actually been in a group of people that regularly plays the tabletop RPG. There's a lot of references to that kind of culture, and it's just funny. Searching for a way out. Let's get out of here. So, combat, coming right up. So our quest is to kill 2 guards in 1 or more battles. So I could kill them all at once if I wanted to, or I can kill them one at a time in separate battles. So in the battle screen, you can add different enemies, and in some quests you can actually scroll through to choose which kind of enemies you want to beat. For example, a collection quest where they drop off everything in an area, you can just add whatever you want and as many as you want, up to 5. So the first thing that you're going to notice, and the thing that I really don't like about this, is in a tabletop RPG, a big part of the combat is moving your characters around. Each one has a speed. You can move as far as your speed allows you to, and that lets you kind of tactically set things up in a strategic way. This has none of that. It's you click on something, you target it, you hit it. So menu down here, we have chicken, which is run away, we have block, use items, use spells, and that's just abilities, any ability that you have, and just attack it with a stick. So we are level 1, so we're all just going to have attack. We don't have any spells yet, you get those as soon as you level up. And you can see health and mana is down here. So one thing that I really would have liked was like mouse over tooltips. You'll notice I don't know what any of these do until I actually tried them. And when you're first learning the game, that's kind of risky. It's kind of like, well, this button kind of looks like it does what I want it to do. Let's click on it and hope it doesn't start some event that I didn't really want to do. Also, your health and mana definitely have numbers, and a lot of abilities will do specific amounts of damage, and a lot of items will heal specific amounts of health, but you don't get to see exactly how much health or mana you have, not even if you mouse over them, not even if you click on them. Like, even in this screen, I can see my total health, but I can't see what I'm at right now. I just kind of have to eyeball it. That really sucks, especially for a PC game. Alright, so we've got quest. Sleeping will regenerate your health and your mana. It will pass the day counter forward. I haven't found any negatives to that yet, but I'm sure there are some. So I can wake up. This is your inventory. You can see each individual character has certain items that they're wearing, but your overall inventory is shared between all of your characters. So you buy 15 fish that heal health and mana. You can use them on any character anytime that you want. Alright, so let's get out of that. Go to the quest screen. Guard 3, sound the alarm. So we sneak past. These dice rolls in this first part are purely story. There is no actual dice roll that goes there. I've never had a character miss that. There are a lot of dice rolls in this game. You don't actually get to roll the dice, you just occasionally see a dice roll on the right-hand side of your screen. So here we are, Default Village. This is where a lot of the early game is done, and it's got a very lovely name. So you can see we've leveled up here. So to level up, you click on your character, you can see we've got different abilities here, and you can put points into them. So essentially you just level the abilities that you want to use, and you don't level the ones you don't want to use. You want to be careful about putting too many points into an ability too early and like abandoning all the rest of them, because that will raise the mana cost of it. For example, I level up my heal to level 1, so now I have a heal. Next time I do that, it's going to raise the mana cost in addition to raising the amount of health it heals. So let's go over here, this is our tank. So these are the different paladin abilities. I'm going to go with Holy Shield, which is the one that reduces damage taken for Grandma. And Mage, we've got some different abilities, Fireball, Deep Freeze. Let's go ahead with Meteor because that's the AoE ability. Wonderful. Alright, so you can shop in this town. You have a list of items here. These are all like restoration and elixirs, and you have a number of equipments. I don't want to buy this. No. You go into your inventory. Simple enough. Alright, so I'll show you one more quest. You can choose the different types of quests that are available in any given area, and a lot of quests will send you to different areas, so don't feel like you need to really do too much exploring on the map. You can go to different places if you want to, but it's best to just kind of hang out where you are and try the different quests until they send you elsewhere. So you can see what level these quests are for, and I can see what type of quest they are. So I'll do a slaying quest. Let's kill some bats because they're level 2 and we're level 2. You get extra experience from doing that, so we'll start that. It'll give you the story. I need to kill 7 bats in 1 or more battles. So this is an example. I can't kill all those bats in one battle because I can only fight up to 5 monsters at once. So I'll do it in 2. I'll do 4 the first time, and then 5 the first time, and then we'll do 2 the second time. Actually, that looks like it's going to be a little hard for us, so you can click on monsters and remove them. That's obviously a tap if you're playing this on mobile. Okay, so it's these numbers around your little player here, they looks like, at first I thought those were levels, like there's one level 6 bat and level 2 bat. Those are the play order, those are the combat order. So those 2 go first, and then I'm next, and then the rest of me, and that level bat is last because he's a loser. So I'm gonna use my newfound ability. It does a bunch of AoE damage, and then I'm going to use the other 2 just hit stuff because I didn't get them any damaging attacks. Alright. So, Mage, hit something. You can see that AoE ability was awesome, but it took out almost all of my mana. It's my healer's turn now, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Restoration on my tank. He heals up, I spend some mana. Simple enough. There's really not too much to say about this game. It doesn't have any multiplayer. There's no co-op multiplayer, which would have been fantastic. That would have been astounding. I would love to see a computer game on Steam with online multiplayer. Co-op, you can invite your Steam friends, one person's a dungeon master, a bunch of other people play, you all control a character. That would be so much more fun. That would make this game phenomenal. But it doesn't have that. You're just sitting playing by yourself, like a sad little kid whose friends are too busy. And in a lot of games, I don't have a problem with single-player games, I have a problem with this single-player game. Between that and the fact that the quests get kind of grindy later and that there's no actual movement system for moving your characters around, there's a lot of ways this game could have been improved. The reason why I'm being so critical of this is the pricing structure. This PC version that came out yesterday, they want $10 for it. I paid $10 for this game. Whereas on Android they want $2, and on iOS they want $3. And this would actually be a better experience on Android or iOS, so I don't see any reason why you would pay $10 to have it on your computer. I understand that that's like the pricing structure and that's kind of a competitive market price for a PC game, but this just isn't worth it. So level up again. Alright. I would absolutely recommend getting this on your phone, on your tablet, and playing it on that. Wonderful, wonderful mobile game, but you just can't judge it by PC standards, otherwise it falls apart. Alright, I think that's everything that I have to say about it, nice and short and sweet. If you really liked this game, you really liked this date, and you want there to be more videos on it for whatever reason, then you let me know down in the comments. A more likely scenario is you have some other game that you'd really like me to take a look at, and let me know that, and I will see what I can do. My name has been Hazel from Hazel Nutty Games. If you've made it this far and you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe. I do lots of fun stuff on my channel, more first dates of different games, Let's Plays. I'm doing Don't Starve right now, got plans for some great stuff in the future. Check out my Facebook page, check out my Twitter, all that stuff, you know the drill. And have a wonderful day. Bye!